yesterday, I completely blacked out during a 30-second intro at a Chamber of Commerce meeting. And last night, I cried my lashes off. Picture it. Yesterday morning, I am at a Chamber of Commerce meeting. I have joined this Chamber of Commerce in the beginning of this year. This is the second meeting that I have attended. And one of the things that they do is that they go around in a circle. Yesterday, there's 70 people there, right? And they go around in a circle and they are all getting 30 seconds for like a commercial for their business or what they do. And there's a bunch of people that go before me. And the whole time I'm listening to what they're saying, but I'm also thinking about and planning what I want to say. And so it gets to me and I stand up and I start out strong. The first 10 seconds, I know exactly what I'm saying and exactly where I'm going. And then I completely blacked out. Like completely blacked out. I started talking about, well, if people are making you angry in your life, then I want to teach you how to take your power back. And then the timer went off. Ding. I'm like mid-sentence, haven't completed the thought, have like 3 sentences left to go, but don't want to be disrespectful to anybody else in the room. So I just say, see me after the meeting. And I sit down. What? The business that I'm trying to build is a speaking business. I want to be a speaker. I can't even speak for 30 seconds in this meeting. And now all 70 of these people know this. My cheeks got hot. I got red. I got mortified. And I said, see me after the meeting. Well, guess what? I have a full-time corporate job and I have a call at 9 a.m. and this meeting doesn't end until 9 a.m. So I need to be back in my car for 9, which means I need to leave here at 8:55, which means nobody's seeing me after this meeting, which I don't even know if I would want to see anybody after this meeting because I am absolutely mortified. I even spent the 15 minutes before the meeting started networking with people, handing out business cards, talking to them about what I do. All of that went great. But then I lost my mind during my 30 seconds and now I'm embarrassed. I can't believe I've handed out my card to anyone because why the heck would they want to go to my website or reach out to me via email now? So at 8:55, I get up quietly as I can, and I exit out the back. I was absolutely beating the heck out of myself. I don't know about you, but for me, I beat myself up so hard. I've said this before and I'll say it again. If anybody else talked to me the way that I talk to me, I would throw hands at you. And I was talking to myself very unkindly. But you know what? I brushed it aside and I said, I need to go about the rest of my day. I have a call I have to get on. I have other calls I need to be on today. I have a lot of work to do. I'm just going to go to work. So I did. I went to work. And last night, my boyfriend and I went out to dinner. And when I got home from dinner, I decided that I wanted to take my eyelashes off. Now, not my own personal ones, although that's what ended up happening. But I wear cluster lashes. So I apply them from underneath with this special kind of glue. And I do that about once a week. And they last me about 5-6 days. Well, 2 weeks ago, almost 2 weeks ago. Today is Saturday. This was a week ago Monday. I put on a set of lashes and I tried a brand new kind of glue. And this glue is professional strength lash glue. So I thought maybe I can get a little longer out of my lashes. And boy, did I, because I got almost 2 full weeks. But then I was like, you know what? It's time. It's time for a reset. I would like to take them off and I would like to put on different ones. Well, I don't have the right remover to take this glue off. So I'm trying, I'm rubbing, I'm putting the oil remover that I generally use, but it's not working. It's not breaking it down. And I'm rubbing and one of them comes off and then another one comes off, but there are still a bunch stuck to my eyes. So I break out the big guns. I break out the castor oil and I'm putting the castor oil on there and I'm trying really hard to, massage it in, let it sit, give it a tug. It's not budging. So after about an hour and a half of this, I finally get the last one off. But I have pulled out so many of my own natural lashes in this process. My eyes are red and swollen. It hurts. They started pulling as I was trying to take them off, but they weren't fully released. So I really had to work them. I'm sore. This is awful. And I look at my boyfriend. He's sitting next to me on the couch and I just start sobbing. sobbing because of these lashes. And what I realized after a moment of sobbing, and he's like, "What's wrong?" And I'm telling him what's wrong, the lashes and the chamber, and I don't know, I don't think I can do this. And that was it. I don't think I can do this. I am embarrassed about this morning. I no longer have my lashes. They're red and sore. So now I know that I'm not going to be able to wear lashes for at least a few weeks, if not a couple of months, while my lashes grow back in. And those lashes, they feel like my armor, right? Because every morning when I wake up and I, head out the door, when I'm getting ready, sometimes I have ready to put on a full face of makeup and sometimes I don't. But as long as I have those lashes, I feel confident. And now I don't have them. And I don't even have mine. I only have like half of mine. So, that is terrifying to me. It's absolutely terrifying to me. And what I realized is that I felt like I wasn't enough. I felt like I couldn't do this. I began to spiral and spiral and spiral. And I felt like, who do I think I am? I feel ashamed for this morning. I feel unworthy of any kind of success in what I'm trying to build. I feel ugly now without my lashes, right? I feel plain and, don't have the thing that usually gives me my confidence physically. And mentally and emotionally, I'm exhausted. My regular corporate job has been really busy these last couple of weeks, which is fine. I like that job, but I am tired. I am tired. I'm a person in long-term recovery, so I have recovery style meetings in the evenings. I go to the gym in the mornings. I've been working all day. I am exhausted. And, I realized that this spiral was about so much more than lashes. And sometimes, the little thing that sets me off is not the thing that it's really about. It's almost like there's something else underneath there and it's bigger because the lashes are lashes. They'll grow back. It's okay. That's no reason to absolutely spiral and sob on my couch at 10:30 at night. But the deeper feelings of fear and shame and regret and unworthiness, those are the things that were really making me spiral. My boyfriend does his absolute best to tell me that I'm beautiful, to tell me that, I don't need the lashes, and to tell me that, I may have messed up one 30-second intro, but nobody else will remember that. And, it's going to be fine. Now, I have fully convinced myself that I am never going back to this chamber of commerce. I'm never going back to another meeting. I am too embarrassed. There's absolutely no way that I will be going back there. After I spoke to Daryl, my boyfriend, I called my best friend. I FaceTimed her. And I was talking to her and I was telling her about what happened at the chamber and I'm crying and, I have no lashes. And I said, well, I'm never going back to another chamber meeting. And she said, yes, you are. You're going to the next one. And I said, I'm not. I'm not. My best friend lives in Mississippi. And, so we only get to see each other a few times a year. And she is actually coming here the last weekend of February. She's going to fly out and stay the weekend with us because Scream 7 is coming out, and it is our absolute favorite movie franchise of all time. And so we decided that we wanted to see it together. So she's flying out to see Scream with me and to hang with me for the weekend. And that's when the next chamber meeting is. And I said, nope, you're going to be here. We're going out to breakfast. We're going to hang out that day. That's that Friday. I'm not going to that chamber meeting. I'll go to the next one. And she said, oh, no, you're going to that one. And I'm going to be there to make sure that you go. And I'm going to go with you. To feel supported and loved is so important for me. To feel like people have my back, to feel like people love me, to feel like people believe in me, to feel like people care about me. That is so important for all of us. That's a very human need and a human thing. And I got that in that moment. And I thought, we're not going to go. There's no way. We're not going to go. We're going to be asleep. It's at 7:30 in the morning. She said, oh, no, we're going. And if I have to come in your room and jump on your bed at 5:30 in the morning to get you up to get ready to be there on time, then that's exactly what we're going to do. And you're going to do a 30-second intro. And even if you mess it up again, I'm going to be sitting right there with you. That is a best friend. That is beautiful. So now, yeah, I am. I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back to the Chamber of Commerce, and I am going to try that intro again. But I also realized that, all of these things that I was feeling, it's just my ego talking. That's me thinking, oh, people are never going to like me. I'm not going to. We always think that ego is, or I used to think anyway, that ego is something that makes me feel like I'm better than everybody else. But ego is kind of it's bigger than that. It also makes me feel like I'm worse than everybody else. It also makes me feel like I'm not worthy because I'm so awful because of this and everyone knows it. Or I am worthy because, I'm the best. I'm better than everyone because of this and everyone knows it. Either way, my ego tells me that everybody else is thinking about me. Everybody else is thinking about me in either how unworthy I am or how worthy I am. And the reality is that that's not the case. When I am living in the opposite of ego, which is humility, I know that everybody's got their own stuff going on in their own lives, and they are not sitting around at night, 10:30 at night, thinking about me. They're just not. Um, so knowing that, and when the next time I walk into a chamber meeting, the 70 people that were there in that last meeting, even if they're all there again, they're not going to look at me and be like, oh, that was the girl that messed up the last time. They're not going to do that. They're absolutely not, because they were worried about their own commercial. And, it doesn't really matter what I say in that 30 seconds. We are there to build relationships with each other. We are there to connect, to help each other. And my 30-second thing that I say, unless I say something really ridiculous or do a bunch of swearing or start screaming, it's not going to be remembered by everybody because I am not the center of that room. But my ego tells me that's all everybody thinks about, right? And that's not the case. It's just not the case. I was up until 2 a.m. last night. My eyes hurt, but also I was thinking about a pivot for my business because what I'm doing, it's amazing. I'm having a great time, figuring out what it's going to be. I've done, the few things that I have done, but I think that as I continue to explore what the possibilities are and I continue to believe in myself a little bit every single day, what happens is things start to shift and I think, oh, this may work better. And that's okay. This business is brand new. I am figuring it out as I go. And that's exactly how it's supposed to be. I truly thought that once I launched, it was going to be, people were going to be banging down my door, asking me to speak and paying me $10,000 a gig. That was also my ego because that's not what happened. It's not what happened at all. But because people don't know me. People don't know me. People don't know my message. Why would they hire me just based on some blind email pitch that I send them? I spoke to someone recently who said, the best thing that you can do for your business is to help other people with their businesses and to build relationships. And that's why I joined the chamber. And I am excited to go back next time. I'm not excited to go without eyelashes, but you know what? I'm going to get used to that. I'm going to get used to looking at myself without them as these weeks progress. And who knows, maybe I won't wear them again. I probably will, but maybe I won't. Who knows? What I do know is that yesterday I spiraled, and today I am still choosing to show up. I am still choosing to show up. Something little set me off because there was something bigger underneath. I worked through all of that. I have, realized what was really going on. And now I can continue to show up for myself. I can continue to accept love from the people that are closest to me in my life. And I can push forward. And that is exactly what I'm going to do.